Imagine you're a professional soccer player. You've spent years getting to the World Cup. Grueling qualifiers, international call-ups, squad announcements, the whole thing. You finally get there. And then, every few days, you face a decision nobody warned you about. Do we stay or do we move? Not because something went wrong, not because there's a problem with the hotel, but because the tournament is spread across an entire continent. Your next match might be 2,000 miles from your front door. And here's the part nobody talks about. This decision gets harder every single time you win. For some teams, it'll define how far they go. Here is exactly how it works. The 2026 World Cup is unlike any tournament soccer has ever seen. 48 national teams. 3 host countries are Canada, Mexico, and the United States. 16 host cities. Venues spread across an entire continent, from Western Canada to the Gulf Coast of Mexico. That is not a small ask for logistics. That is an enormous one, and FIFA knows it. So for the first part of the tournament, teams are given something to hold on to. Each squad selects what FIFA officially calls a team base camp. One city, one hotel, one training facility. Everything you need in one place. Before each group stage match, your team travels to the venue a day or two out. You play, and then you come back. Back to the same beds, back to the same pitch, back to the same routine. Think of it like a home. Not a real home, obviously. You're still in a foreign country sleeping in a hotel, but it's yours. You know where the gym is. You know the training schedule. The staff knows the facility. The players know what to expect. Routine is not a luxury in elite soccer. Routine is a competitive advantage. The group stage has 12 groups of 4 teams each. Every team plays 3 matches. Win, draw, or lose, you go back to base camp after every single one. There's a rhythm to it, a structure, and then it ends. The moment your team advances beyond the group stage, that structure gets complicated. Here's where it gets interesting, and where a dispute over a rule actually broke into the open. FIFA's original plan for 2026 was stricter. Teams advancing to the knockout rounds would be required to leave their base camp and set up a new one closer to the venue of their next match. No choice. Pack up, relocate, rebuild. England's head coach, Thomas Tuchel, reportedly pushed back against this. The Soccer Association intended to challenge FIFA's decision directly. And based on more recent reporting, it appears teams now have the option to either stay at their existing base camp or move closer to their next match venue. On paper, that sounds like a win. Teams can stay put. Problem solved. Except it isn't. Not really. Here's why. The tournament spans a continent. If your base camp is in one city and your round of 32 match is being played 1,500 miles away, staying put is not a practical option. You're flying either way. And once you've flown to the other side of the country, returning to base camp between matches eats up days you don't have. In a tournament with this much geography, the choice to stay is frequently no choice at all. The teams with the most convenient draws, where base camp and match venues happen to align, will sail through this. The teams with awkward geography will face a genuine decision every round. Rebuild the bubble somewhere new, or spend precious recovery time in transit. And here is the part that scales brutally with success. The further you go, the more rounds you play, and the more of these decisions stack up. The 2026 World Cup champion will have played 8 games to lift the trophy, one more than the winner of Qatar 2022, because of the brand new round of 32, which has never existed at a men's FIFA World Cup before. Every extra game is another venue, another potential move, another disrupted routine. Winning is its own punishment. Sort of. Here is the wrinkle most people miss entirely. Not every team will feel this pressure at all. A squad that exits in the group stage never has to make any of these decisions. They go home from their base camp, bags barely unpacked, in and out. A team that reaches the round of 16 faces it once. Manageable. A team that goes all the way to the final? They've navigated this dilemma repeatedly, each time under more pressure, with less recovery time, in unfamiliar environments across an unfamiliar continent. By the time they're playing for the World Cup, the logistical chess game has been running for weeks. The group stage was a hotel lobby. The knockout rounds are a puzzle where the pieces are 1,000 miles apart. and the clock is always running. And the fact that England's Soccer Association tried to push back on FIFA's rules tells you everything. These teams know the stakes. They know what disruption costs at this level. When the FA challenges FIFA over travel logistics, it is not a complaint about comfort. It is a statement about competitive edge. This is the 2026 World Cup, the biggest, most expansive, most logistically complicated tournament in soccer history. 48 nations, 3 host countries, 16 cities, an entire continent as the stage. And buried inside the details is this. The further your team goes, the harder the decisions get. Every time you win, the geography asks something new of you. That detail won't make the highlights. It won't trend. Nobody will interview a coach about the base camp dilemma in the quarterfinals, but it'll be there. In the tired legs, in the slightly off training sessions, in the player who can't quite find their rhythm after the 4th hotel in 3 weeks. The short version. In the group stage, every team has a base camp and returns to it after each match. When the knockouts begin, the rules open up. Teams can stay or move, but the geography of a continent-sized tournament means that choice is rarely as free as it sounds. And the teams that go deepest will navigate it the most. 8 games to win the whole thing. 8 chances for the logistics to catch up with you. That's the 2026 World Cup. And now you're one of the very few people who actually understand what's happening behind the scorelines. The game has not changed. You have. You're welcome. Subscribe if you enjoyed this type of content. It means a lot.